She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. But
I personally believe that Summer did make it home after going swimming, because it looks to me that parked behind the truck is Candus's red car. And Summer is laying on those milk jugs. Some people are speculating that she might not have made it home, but it's only my opinion that she did make it home. I just wanted to put out my opinion. Hi everybody, it's Cindy with Twisted Truth. How you guys all doing? So, here's an update about an interview Candus did with the Rogersville Review. You're not going to believe what she says this time. If you took her, just bring her back. You don't even have to tell me that you did it. Just bring her back. Say that you found her or walking. I don't care. Just bring her back. That's all I care. I don't understand it. It don't make no sense. We went to Gatlinburg and the boys accidentally kept tripping over her mother's sore knee. She had an artificial knee replaced, and if you twist it the wrong way, it pops out, and it hurts really bad. She couldn't figure out why it wouldn't stop hurting after a while. So her and I took her to the ER that morning. Yes, her and I would be her and Summer. After taking Candy to Holston Valley, Candus and Summer went to visit some family friends in Kingsport. They invited me over to sit at their house while I waited for my mom to get done, so we weren't sitting in a hot truck. So I went over there. I was sitting and Mom called me to come get her, adding that the 15-year-old son of her friend asked to go along. I went and picked her up, and then we drove all the way across town and dropped her prescription off. They said it'd be about 30 minutes at the most. So we were like, well, instead of sitting here in the car where it's hot, it was baking hot, we'll just go to Warriors and let Summer swim for a little while. Like I said, we weren't even planning on going swimming or fishing or anything. They went to Warriors Path State Park and let Summer and the boy swim in the cove just south of the park's horse stables. I figured 15 or 20 minutes in the water, run a little bit of energy out instead of sitting in the truck. One of the last videos shot of Summer before her disappearance is of her swimming in that cove. There's been much speculation in social media about what happened next. According to accounts, Summer went underwater and the boy dove in to save her. Candus said that didn't happen. In the video, Summer is seen splashing in the lake, then stands up to reveal it's only about waist deep. That boy lied on everything that happened. Because the place I was at, there was no rocks. She didn't slide on no rocks and fall in the water. She wasn't under the water for 20 seconds or more, like he said. That was just a bunch of lies he made up. I don't know why he did that. There was no incident at all. That don't even make no sense why he would even say that. And the video that I took is the same exact time that when they were playing in the water. If Summer had fallen, she'd jump right back up. That's what makes no sense to me at all. There's so many rumors and lies going around, none of it even makes sense. Couch police. That's what I call them. After the swim, it was back across Fort Henry Drive to Walgreens, then a quick stop at the grocery store. We went back and picked up my mom's prescription and went to Priceless. I dropped off Hunter after Priceless and we come home. And then me and my mom, the boys, were in watching YouTube like they always do. My mom says, let's rearrange and plant the flowers. I guess she means the cactus? Because everything else is dead in those pots. She goes, well, we know the boys aren't going to help us. I know Summer will. So I yelled for Summer. She was in the house with the boys. She comes out, and she was planting flowers with us. The flowers were put in planters next to Grandma Candy's camper, with Summer handling some of the tasks. She put all the rocks on top. She did all the rocks herself. We went into Grandmother's after we were done. She asked Grandma for a piece of candy. Grandma gave her a piece of candy. She told me she wanted to go back over with her brother, so I literally walked her halfway between the camper and the house. I watched her go in the door, and I could see her brothers at the kitchen table. How could you see that from halfway there? When she went in, I walked over and yelled at the boys. I said, watch Summer, I'll be right back. I've got to fix Mom's knee brace. I was standing right there at the camper. I was over there fixing it. Literally, you can see my house from the camper door. She did not walk back out that front door. It took maybe 2 to 5 minutes to fix Mom's brace. When I got done, I come back in. I asked the boys, where's your sister? They said she went downstairs to play with her toys, Mom. I said okay, and I went and I hollered down the steps. I always holler for them down there, and she didn't holler back. I said, are you sure she's down there? They said, yeah, she just went down there. So I went down there and I searched. I looked everywhere I could. Then I went through the house and I kept calling for her, yelling for her, everything. I came out here, outside, yelling for her, everything else, and she was nowhere. So I called Don because I was freaking out. I said, I can't find Summer. Get home now. He was like, call 911. So I dropped my phone because I had to run over and get Mom's phone and dial 911 because her AT&T phone is the only one that works out here to call 911. So I called them and told them what's going on. Before the cops even came out, I went down and told my neighbors, Summer is missing. Will you help me look just in case she did wander off? But I knew in the back of my mind, she's never wandered off. She never went nowhere without me. She'll ask me to do something before she even goes and does it. And she's scared to go in the woods herself because we've told her time and time again because of the bears and snakes. I sent the older boys down through the creek, even though there's bears and snakes, right? If they've got a walkie-talkie and their buck knife, they can go down through there. Okay, really? What? They're little, and she sends them through the woods with a buck knife and a walkie-talkie. I sent all them searching, and I went in my mom's truck and went all the way down by the church. Then went all the other way down the other way, and I didn't see nobody even out and about. Then I went all the way back in the holler as far as the truck can go, and I didn't see nothing back in there either. When I was coming back up out of the holler, the cops were coming up in my driveway. So I just followed them up in here. I don't recall if Don was here before the police got here or if he was here at the same time they showed up. So now it's time for Candus to throw the cops totally under the bus. We searched everywhere we could possibly search. They were out here for 3 or 4 days straight, searching 5,000 square acres. They searched all this mountain terrain all the way down through here. They busted into my shed down there and destroyed it. What really gets me is when they were searching for her, why didn't they make the neighbors let them go in their sheds and buildings and stuff? Why didn't they make them unlock it? Candus, why didn't you unlock your shed? Girlfriend, maybe they wouldn't have broke it. Some people were like, no, you can't search my property. Why would you do that? There's a missing kid. Why would you not let them search? It just don't make no sense. This is one of my pet peeves when she says missing kid. Earth to Candus. Your little daughter is missing. Her name is Summer. Not some kid. Candus grew frustrated at times with the searchers. They looked in every vehicle I had, underneath every vehicle I had. They opened the tote right there, and all it's got in it is a bunch of crafts and stuff. You couldn't even fit nobody in that if you wanted to. Maybe they were looking for a weapon, Candus. Do you ever think of that? They opened that like 7 times. They even went so small to look at my mom's sewer tank of her camper. How do you get that 4-foot baby in that hole? Who the fuck says this? They just done some stupid underhand stuff. When they brought the cadaver dogs up, why didn't they warn me ahead of time to find a place for these dogs to go? They just brought them up. Oh, you got dogs? You guys already knew I had dogs. Why didn't you put them in the fucking house? That didn't pan out because you've got these 8 adult dogs wanting to smell all these new dogs you just brought up on my property. So that's going to mess up the cadaver dogs because it's not going to know which way to go. Earth to Candus. Wrong again. Don't you see what cadaver dogs really do? So now it's time to throw the TBI under the bus. TBI kept questioning me. They asked me the same thing, wanted me to run through my whole timeline of my day, which you still haven't fucking said. They did that like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, you guys still don't get it. Now she takes the words right out of Dawn's playbook. Listen closely. If I was going to lie, I would have to think about it. It just comes out. I don't have to sit here and think about what I did. I know what I did. I just spit it out to you 20,000 times. A liar has to think up something. I passed my polygraph test, and everybody is like, oh, you failed. No, I didn't fail.
Well, the way it works is kind of it measures your brain's activity too. And whenever you lie, you have to think about that lie. When you stick with the truth, it just comes out. The truth is the truth. Mm-hmm. But when you lie, you got to think about that for a little bit, and your heart might jump just a little bit or whatever. They look at all that. Yeah.
So,
It's easy to tell the truth. Put it that way.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, they couldn't really do it with me because they threw me in the back of a squad car like I did something wrong and hauled me up there. I was already distressed over Summer being missing, and then they did that to me. Boo-hoo, Candus. So that just made more fuel to the fire and made me more upset. So they told me they'll give me a few days to calm down and get some sleep and stay off my phone because that's the worst thing you can do is be on your phone. And so I did that and then I passed. It's not like I failed anything. People are like, oh, she failed. No, I didn't. The only people that had to do it were Donnie and Mom and me. All three of us passed. They took the boys to a different place, someplace over by Greenville somewhere. Didn't you go? A child advocate or something like that talked to the boys. The boys pretty much told them exactly what I told them. Yeah, because you coached them, bitch. And I didn't even talk to the boys. Yes, you did, just because you just said that. Yes, you did. They took my TV because it's hooked up to my Wi-Fi, like they're gonna find something on my TV. It's like they're digging for nothing. They're grasping at straws and not really trying. Everything that they did to me was backwards. They didn't shut down none of the roads until the next day. The Summer Wells Sabbath school teacher Robin Lane spoke with Fox News. She recalled the night of June 15th when Summer vanished. Robin told Fox she arrived at Beach Creek around 9 p.m. I was ready. I was like, let's do this. Let's get the flashlights out. Let's get some snacks. And it was going to be an all-nighter. And law enforcement wouldn't even let us go up there. I mean, anybody could have been in and gone out of here by the time they got down here. It takes them a good 40 minutes to get from Rogersville out here. They haven't even spoke to them in like 2 weeks. That's how concerned you are about your daughter, huh? You'd think they'd at least tell me, update me or something, but they didn't even update me on nothing. I asked them to go check all these barns and sheds that have been out here that anybody could be in. I tried to get them to go check out this guy who was trying to camp out here, try to take over my neighbor's property. They were like, oh yeah, we checked him out. It's like they don't even really care if they find her or not. No, I would say that would be you and your stupid husband. That's what it seems to me, because we're poor, I guess. I guess if we had a lot of money, they'd do better work. I guess. That's the way I look at it. I don't know, for some reason, TBI don't believe that she was abducted because it's all bullshit, Candus and Dawn. That's what don't make sense to me, because she's not here. She don't just disappear. I mean, I've seen movies where people just start vanishing off Earth, but you know, them are so fake. But somebody had to have taken her. That's the only conclusion I could come to. She had to have either somebody snuck in the basement or she walked out the back. She'll come out the basement and walk around the house to her swing. She always did that. Well, if she did that, you would have seen her. She's never wandered away from here. She's never went out of this yard at all. Although there are 8 dogs on the property, they don't bark much. Candus was asked if they were good watchdogs. Hell no, she replied. They're lazy. Anybody that came up here that could have took her could have fed the dogs down there in the lower part of the yard. These dogs are so friendly and love everybody. They don't know strangers. Then you must have the stupidest dogs on the fucking planet. Everything goes through my mind. You go about the what ifs. If you did this, what if you did that? There's just all kinds of crap that goes through your mind. I didn't even know that we live so close to freaking sex offender people. There's literally one that could walk to my house in 8 minutes. I didn't even know they existed this close to my house. Well, get your ass off TikTok and look up sex offenders in your area. I don't believe anybody anymore. I've gotten to the point I can't trust anybody. And it's making it worse and harder on TBI to even find her. I won't let these boys outside if I'm not here. I try to take them out of here so they can get their mind off it. In the summer, that's all I do with the kids because it's summertime. They're not at school, so here's a chance when they're not at school, they get to enjoy themselves. When we go, I smile for the kids, but I'm not having no fun. I'll get in the water with them, but that don't mean I'm having fun. If you look at all the pictures, she was always smiling. They're always happy kids. I mean, they'll get into fights because that's what brothers do, but other than that, they're always happy no matter what they're doing. Wyatt tells me, Mom, I feel like if I would have gone downstairs and played with Summer when she asked, she'd still be here. I said, you can't blame yourself, son. I said, nobody knows what the next day is going to hold. They smile to put on a good show, but other than that, I know they're really upset. They ask me every day, is Summer coming home today? I can't answer that. I don't know. I find myself sitting out here until midnight or 1 o'clock at night, just hoping maybe that whoever took her or whatever happened, she'll come wandering back up the driveway to us.